And coach, what's your initial reaction to the game, and what do you think the rest would have done better to win the game?
Well, we're all disappointed. Obviously, we wanted to advance, and losing in penalties is disappointing. So, guys are not happy about it. I think what we could have did better was, we didn't create enough, especially in the first half. We had a lot of the ball and a lot of possession, but we just weren't able to. When we got it in good positions out wide, we weren't getting good service in the box. For Veroni, we weren't getting enough players closer up the field. Obviously, it hurt us, not to make excuses, not having some of our obviously attacking players and Carlos, Gustavo, Bobby Wood. Obviously, just players that could make a difference for us. So, the other players, on the day we just weren't good enough until the second half. We made the 3 changes, and I thought all 3 of them came in and really helped us. And we got the goal back and then, at the end there, we had a couple opportunities that, maybe we could have won the game, but it's the way it goes. And then in penalties, we win it the previous game, and this game we don't. So it's just the way it is.
Okay. Richie, can you talk about Esmir's contribution?
Yeah, great contribution. Come in, score the goal for us. Again, young player, still coming along, and he came in and he was competitive. He was good with the ball, and obviously it was a really good goal. I think it was Matt Polster passed it to him, and it was controlled it and with one touch and finished it in the back of the goal. So really a really good goal.
The opposition team seemed to have low block 4-4-2. How hard was it to break that down?
Yeah, anytime a team's got a low block, it's going to be difficult. We talked about having to move the ball quickly, getting more players closer to Giacomo, and when the ball did get wide, to get better service and get service in the box. And I think just in the first half, we weren't moving the ball as quickly as we could. We weren't spacing ourselves well enough where we got players higher up the field. And then when we did have these opportunities out wide, we just didn't deliver a great ball and get enough players in the box. So it's we knew that was the way they were going to play. When they had the ball, they would then play direct, and then we'd have to start again. So we just weren't able to do it well enough in the first half, and then in the second half, we obviously got the goal back.
And Richie, recently we've seen Giacomo playing alongside Gustavo Bose. Just overall, how do you feel he performed as kind of a lone striker tonight?
Yeah, I think it's always easier when you have another striker next to you. We just were running low on some strikers in terms of injuries. So I think he does play better with 2 forwards. Again, he's in a low block, as we just referenced earlier. It's difficult. There's not a lot of space. And then of course, if you're not getting good service, also that's going to be really difficult. So, he didn't really create a lot on the day, but that's not just on Giacomo. That's on the team. So, we all ended up losing the game together, and that's just the way it is.
Richie, just talk about getting hit in that first minute of second half.
Yeah,
just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think we did. We didn't defend it real well. Overall, and it was kind of a goal that you don't really see that often. So it's unfortunate that, like you said, at the beginning of the second half, guys need to be ready, focused, and we lost our concentration, and that's not a goal that we should be giving up.
Obviously, you'd want to win and advance in the tournament, but it's the silver lining here that you get a little bit of time off to get guys healthy. And what exactly is the nature of Gustavo Bo's injury?
Yeah, we'll be able to get some guys back, hopefully for our next game, which is away in Nashville. Get guys healthy. So yeah, that's a positive. But we, ultimately, we still wanted to advance on the day and move into the final 8. And Gustavo should be fine after some days of recovering, and should be back on the field sooner than later.
Brandon buyout for the season now. How did you guys miss his impact tonight? And do you feel good about the wingback situation moving forward?
Yeah, Brandon's a big loss. He's been a really good right back for our team and in the league. And he's a great, like I said, after the last game, he's a great teammate, good person, good person for the locker room. So he's definitely, we're definitely going to miss him. And I think I thought our wingbacks did a solid job. But again, like I said, and it wasn't just our wingbacks, but any of our wide players, we just on the night did not do a good enough job from wide areas and from the end line, getting services in the box to give our attackers opportunities. So we definitely need to improve on that, and that doesn't just go to their outside backs also.
Okay, and we'll go over to Zoom. John Lupo.
Richie, I agree with pretty much everything you just said. I thought your passing also was, especially into the final third, was a little bit off. I thought it was better in the second half, but I thought there was space to be available. I thought Ian in the beginning of the match maybe made a few good runs and got into space, but I thought on the night, as you basically said, it seemed like that when there was space available, you either didn't get in great positions or you didn't take advantage of it. And it just seemed like the passing wasn't good enough. The crosses weren't sharp enough for you to get those, quality chances and get that good service into the final third where you really would have had some good opportunities.
Yeah, good way to sum it up. Yeah, I would agree with you. The ball didn't move quick enough. We didn't get players high enough up the field, and yeah, when we did have opportunities, our last ball wasn't great, our service wasn't great, and we just didn't create enough. Bottom line, and again, not to make excuses, but like we were missing some really key guys that could do that for us that we really rely on, and that's the way it is. And we asked some guys to maybe do some things that they don't necessarily are their strengths, so. You can't blame them also because maybe we're asking too much of them in certain areas of the field where they're not really used to playing.
Okay, and last one on Zoom, Sergio Venegas, go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is Sergio Venegas from Mexico City for Deportiva.com. Coach, what are the words you can say to your players after losing in the penalty kicks? It was a good game. You coming from behind, just tie the game. And maybe just a little more effort, you could collect another goal and get to the next phase. And I wish you the best of the luck for the rest of the tournament in the MLS.
So is the question, what did I say to the players?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After.
Yeah, no, we addressed the team. Everybody's disappointed. We wanted to advance. We're professional soccer players and coaches, and every time we step on the field, we want to win, and we wanted to advance in this tournament, in this cup. And so we're disappointed. It was we communicated that, but keep our heads up. We did have some good play throughout the tournament, and also that now moving back into the league, we're in a good position in second in the East, but we do have two really important games coming up that are going to be on the road. So we got to get ready, we got to get healthy, and we all got to be prepared to move on and continue to keep our standing in MLS.
We'll go ahead and conclude today's press conference with Richie Williams. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.